was never really good playing role of the puppet. Too busy being me to be concerned with perception of the public. Everyone is buzzing, but everybody ain't thinking about a budget. I want ownership in something. Niggas get
Hey, it's your boy Jim CB, man. We're back for another video for the channel. Man, I like to just jump back into the fact that, right now, when you think about things, and you're waking up and you want to be creative and get super creative. What are the tools that you're using to be creative, right? Whether it's make music, podcasting, content creation, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, TikToks, Reels, whatever you're doing, what type of equipment are you using in your setup, right? So right now, I am currently doing music, I'm currently doing YouTube, and I'm currently doing a multitude of other things, right? Even some comic book content as well. Whenever I get the chance, I stop and read something, or I just think about one of my favorite Marvel or DC characters or whatever have you. So right now, the current setup I'm using, right, when it comes to recording music, I have a MacBook laptop, of course. I have condenser microphones, right? So right now I'm using a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 4th generation, right? It allows me to set up 2 microphones, and a space for whatever I need, right? Multiple, maybe 2 instruments, right? So I'm using that. I currently have a silver Samsung microphone, which is very old. That was like my very first microphone I recorded, my first project on that, right? I believe when I recorded Black Footprints, I used the Samsung, right? Silver mic. Shout out to Les XL Malcolm for mixing that for me, and he sold me the microphone, and that's what brothers do. They look out, they make sure, so he's done a lot for me in my music career. He my guy for life, right? And he know that, right? So then we get back to my next project. He mixed this as well, and he produced on it. Day one, right? Day one, I dropped the EP, then I double back dropped the LP, which is the extended version of Day One, which is out now on streaming platforms. And I dropped that in part because I was sitting on songs that I was working on, and I was just trying to just crank out music, just build up a catalog. So I dropped Day One, right? So with Day One, I recorded on my AKG P220, right, which is the Perception 220. So I have those 2 microphones I'm currently working with, right? And then I also have the AKG C214, right? Going into my Focusrite, right? I have a bunch of Waves plugins now. I have a subscription to Waves as well, and I'm using the stock plugins. I'm using a couple plugins that came with my Focusrite, the free software and things like that. But that's what I'm working with right now, right? And I'm currently recording but 2 projects. I just like to get in a lot, like when it comes to music, I write a lot. I write a verse at a time, on my lunch break at work, right? I write in my spare time whenever I get the chance, and I feel some juices flowing, find a beat, I write to it, right? And that's the thing, you never stop your craft, no matter how old you get, how many times you say I'm retiring, I'm done with this, I'm gonna focus on something else, I'm gonna focus on business. And any creative, it's gonna be creative. You can't shake it, right? Even if you're sitting there with a sketch pad and a pencil and you decide, hey, I'm just gonna draw for today, you want to crank out these designs, right? Because a lot of times, when you're an artist, right, artists do other things as well, right? Artists watch TV, which means you're an artist, you watch TV, you watch enough TV, you read enough books, right? You get into a flow of, you're gonna eventually start to wonder what it would be like if you created your own version of whatever you love, right? That's sneakers, that's clothes, that's anything that you're into. So as an artist, you don't stop at just being a musician, a content creator, whatever have you, right? So you're gonna find things that interest you, that inspire you, that make you want to do other things that you want to do, right? So that's what you end up doing. So right now I'm just free flowing. I just thought that, hey man, like what are people using in their recording process, especially with music, right? Do you do one takes? Do you have to do multiple takes? Are you one of those artists who, hey, I'm gonna just go off the cuff, I'm gonna just, no pen, no pad, do my thing? Or are you one of those artists who decides, hey, I need to be more dynamic, so let me layer my vocals, let me stack my hooks, let me stack my tracks, right? So when you're doing a hook, if you stack it 8 times, do you pan 4 left, 4 right? And do you do one main where the main, do you underdub? Do you do ad-libs on your singing vocals as well? Do you dub your verse in certain words, or do you dub the whole verse and then do extra ad-libs on top of it? How do you make your recordings more dynamic? What is your process, right? Like, what are you using? What's your vocal chain? Things of that nature. Do you prefer a 4-to-1 ratio or 2-to-1 ratio with your compression? What is your attack? Is your attack on the 25, 15? Are you minusing 3 dBs or 6 dBs when you're recording? What is your process, right? Do you like a lot of reverb? Do you like your reverb more wet or more dry, right? How do you like to record? What is your process? How do you feel like you get the best vocal performance? Is it at night? Is it in the morning? Like those type of things. So as an artist, right, and if you're designing clothes, do you like the distressed look of the denim? Or do you like, straight up and down denim? Do you prefer high quality denim, right? Or do you prefer just regular old materials, right? Just thought when you're thinking about your creativity and what you're creating. So yeah, right now, AKG microphones, Samsung microphone. I want a Neumann eventually, and I do want to learn how to use all the equipment, whether it be digital or analog. I want to actually go to a big studio. I want to learn hands-on from some of the best in the world, right? I just don't have the time, the money, and the structure to travel and do the things that I want to do right now. But that's a goal of mine, right? So yeah, comment below, share your thoughts, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and just let everybody know, hey, what's your process? How do you record?